Hi guys, it's JT, and on today's video, I'm going to show you how to create a calendar invite both on Microsoft and on Google. I've got to tell you that this video is inspired by a couple of conversations I've been having over the past couple of days, weeks, and months. Although for some of you this might seem as basic information, you have to also understand that some of these people that are coming into our industry might be their first time creating or even sending a calendar invite, which is why I'm doing that for you. So let's do this. Let me show you how to, number one, create a calendar invite on Microsoft. And this is how you set up an appointment on Microsoft Outlook. Let's just say that you have an appointment with someone on Tuesday, October 3rd at 2 p.m. You double click, a pop-up's gonna come up, okay? So let's see, JT to have breakfast with you. Perfect. Add the calendar invite. This is Rodriguez.com, Rodriguez@yahoo.com. That's not a valid email, but just make sure you have your client's invalid email address. I then hit tab, and this, make sure that you don't have the all day tabbed clicked off, because if you notice, after I click that, then my hours are going to be deleted. Only do that whenever you're setting, let's just say you're going to be at Disneyland. I know you're going to be at Disneyland all day, so sure, maybe that applies. But if I'm going to set an appointment with JT to have breakfast with you, then the breakfast is going to be at 9, let's just say a.m., okay, and then I'm going to end at 10. That breakfast should not take more than 1 hour. The address, put the address, 107. I'm just putting the address to where my office is at. And then it's not going to be an online meeting, so make sure to check, be sure to not have that checked off, okay? And then once that's done, I simply hit send. And then now you see the appointment for me to have breakfast with Alexis Rodriguez there. Also, another feature that I like about Microsoft Outlook, I can right-click on it and then categorize it. If this is family related, then I'm going to highlight it yellow. If it's improving, that's one of our core values, and I'm going to highlight it that color. If it's a networking event, then I'm going to highlight that color. If it's a personal task, then I'm going to go ahead and select personal. If it's anything that has to do with sales, then I'll select that. If it's to service a client, if it's a special day like my anniversary, I'll select that. If it's training, then we'll select that color. If it's work on defense or offense, I'll select either colors. Now, you notice how my calendar here kind of looks all the same. It's very hard for me to identify what I'm doing in the day other than me having appointments, okay? Now, look, let me give you an example. That's offense, okay? This is also this offense, okay? This was offense. This was also offense, right? This was also offense. So now by looking at my calendar, you know that JT is up to a lot of offensive things throughout his day. Being on offense in business yields you the highest compensation, as opposed to being on defense. Being on defense means that you are going to be fixing problems, okay? You don't want to. Hopefully your calendar isn't filled up with a lot of defensive items. Perfect. Now that you know how to create an email on Microsoft, I'm going to show you how to create a calendar invite on Google Calendar. As you can see, this one's blank because I don't use Google. I use everything Microsoft, okay? Same thing applies. Let's just say you're setting up an appointment for Wednesday, October 3rd. I'm going to double click. Okay. JT to meet Mr. Rogers. Perfect. Okay. What time am I going to meet him? I'm going to meet him at 1 p.m. Perfect. 1 p.m. And then it's going to take me to a 1 hour appointment. Perfect. And then at that point, I'm going to enter the guest's information. Let's just say I'm going to meet with Efren. I'll select Efren. Otherwise, you can type in the email address, okay? And then it's not going to be a Google Meet, so I'm going to X that, okay? Because I want to make sure that they know we're meeting in person. We're going to select our office address. And in this case, if I was using Google, I would already have this color key done, and I would already know what green stands for, etc., etc. Now, guys, that is how you create a calendar invite in Google. I'm going to hit send just to send it out. Would you like to send invitations, Google Calendar requests? Yes. Okay, perfect. Calendar invite is out. Okay. Now, oftentimes people ask, well, how do I cancel the calendar invite? Very simple as well. Open it up. Okay. You have the calendar invite open. In this case, I want to cancel the appointment. So what I'm going to do is, what I would do in this case, I would just hit delete. Perfect. That's how you cancel an appointment. Okay. Now, same thing on Microsoft. You go to Microsoft, you right click here, and then you hit cancel meeting. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and cancel the appointment we just made. Perfect. Cancel this event. Do you want to send them a message? No. Send cancellation. Done. It's automatically removed. Perfect. And there you have it, just like that. That is how you create a calendar invite on Microsoft, and that is how you create a calendar invite on Google. So now, moving forward, any appointments that you have, be sure to collect your appointment. Be sure to collect the email from the person you are meeting so that you can send them a calendar invite. Guys, it is JT here. I hope you found the value. Let's go out there. Let's have a great day.
Muchas gracias por ese mensaje. Hola, soy Brenda y trabajo en GoTo. Este trabajo me ha dado la oportunidad de trabajar en casa o desde otros lugares. Estamos contratando y estamos en busca del próximo nuevo líder. Si crees que este podría ser tú, por favor, contáctanos.